A strange controversy erupted this week after Donald Trump shared an AI-generated video on his own social media platform, one that left even his closest political allies scrambling to explain. The clip shows Trump wearing a golden crown, flying a fighter jet labeled King Trump, and dropping brown liquid, yes, digital feces, onto protesters below. Those protesters represented real Americans from the No Kings movement, who had been marching peacefully to say that democracy is not a monarchy and that no president stands above the people. Families, veterans, teachers, and students filled those marches, holding signs that read, "Democracy is not a monarchy." But instead of addressing their message, Trump mocked them. He used artificial intelligence not for humor, but as a weapon of humiliation. The symbolism was clear. Trump cast himself as a crowned ruler, mocking his own citizens. Critics called it propaganda disguised as a meme, while supporters tried to downplay it as satire. When reporters pressed House Speaker Mike Johnson for a response, his discomfort was obvious. Looking shaken and cornered, Johnson insisted that Trump was using satire and was not calling for the murder of his political opponents. That defense raised eyebrows. Since when is that the standard for presidential behavior? Johnson then shifted to religion, bringing up "In God We Trust," Marxism, and communism, accusing Trump's critics of being godless leftists. The remarks made little sense, leaving the impression of a man trying to justify the unjustifiable. Observers said Johnson seemed to realize, even as he spoke, that his words were tying him tighter to Trump's chaos. This was not about faith or free speech, it was about fear. Fear of challenging the man who turned the Republican Party into his personal cult. Because, let's be honest, if any other president had posted such a video, they would have been forced to resign. But Trump has normalized the absurd, and even the media softened it. The New York Times called it an AI-generated video of Trump flying a King Trump jet over protesters, dropping brown liquid. Brown liquid, not feces, not waste, just brown liquid, as if polite language could hide the vulgarity. One of the targets in the video, activist Harry Season, demanded answers online, asking, "Can a reporter please ask Trump why he posted an AI video of himself dropping poop on me from a fighter jet?" He was stunned, and he was not alone. But even more shocking was how quickly the political system brushed it off. Analysts say the move was calculated. By mocking protesters, Trump turned dissent into a joke. He humiliated his critics and made activism look ridiculous. It is a classic tactic of bullies, but when the bully holds nuclear codes, the stakes are much higher. This episode also exposes how artificial intelligence is being weaponized. A technology once meant for creativity and science is now a tool for propaganda. Deepfakes blur truth until facts no longer matter. When leaders use that power to demean citizens, they are not just making memes. They are rewriting reality. And that is what made Mike Johnson's press conference so telling. His shaky defense symbolized a wider political collapse. Leaders who know better, but will not say better, trapped in a cycle of loyalty and fear. His words sounded empty because even he did not believe them. Democracy does not crumble from coups, it rots from compliance. From officials who stay silent until humiliation becomes normal. Trump's video was not harmless, it was a test. How much mockery can the public tolerate before they stop caring? When power mocks the people, it is testing boundaries. Today it is a poop joke. Tomorrow it is AI propaganda accusing journalists or protesters of being enemies of the state. Once the outrage fades, control becomes easy. The excuse it is satire becomes a shield for abuse, just as fake news became a weapon to attack truth. Trump's evolution from ranting online to trolling with AI is not about humor. It is about manipulation. He turns outrage into entertainment, keeping followers amused and critics exhausted. And instead of checking his power, the Speaker of the House now defends him, enabling the behavior. What we are seeing is not leadership, it is performance. It is humiliation dressed up as patriotism, a man pretending to be a king while the country struggles for dignity. And disturbingly, it is working. The more absurd Trump becomes, the louder his base laughs, and the more democracy erodes behind the laughter. Every autocrat in history has used this tactic, making the serious seem silly until no one takes it seriously, and then striking when no one is paying attention. That is why this matters. This is not a harmless meme, it is psychological conditioning. It sends a message to every protester that your voice does not matter. I can fake you mock, you humiliate you, and my allies will still call it freedom. Johnson's trembling defense captured the cost of submission, a portrait of a party that bowed instead of standing up. While headlines chase the spectacle, the deeper issue is truth itself. When presidents weaponize AI to blur the line between reality and parody, every future lie becomes easier to sell. That is the real danger. Trump's latest stunt did not just embarrass Mike Johnson. It exposed him. It showed what happens when fear replaces conviction, when faith becomes a mask for cowardice, and when power turns mockery into policy. America's leadership crisis is not just about one man's ego. It is about a system that keeps letting it happen.